Hello, bright morning, dear students. How are you? Hope you all are fine and enjoying the online class from your home. Welcome back to Mahila Samaja Digital Classes. Subject EVS Topic Two Great Mughals. Class 4th Standard Akbar Shah Jahan. Dear students, in today's class, let us know about two great Mughals. Akbar. Akbar means great one in Arabic. He was the greatest of Mughal ruler. Akbar was the son of Humayun and Hamida Banu Begum and the grandson of Babur, the first Mughal ruler of India. He was crowned the king at the tender age of 13 after his father's death in 1556 AD. Humayun had appointed Bairam Khan, one of his most trusted general, as the guardian of his son. Bairam Khan's loyalty, courage, and statesmanship helped Akbar in becoming a great ruler. Instead of taking over the throne, which he could have easily done, Bairam Khan played the role of regent and ensured Akbar's kingdom was safe. You know, children, what is regent? Bairam Khan was Akbar's regent. A regent is a person appointed to take care of the kingdom if the king is unwell or minor, less than 18 years. Akbar fought the first battle of Panipat 1526 AD, defeated Ibrahim Lodi and established the Mughal Empire in India. Akbar defeated Hemchandra Vikramaditya, commander-in-chief of Adil Shah, Second Battle of Panipat 1556 AD. Bairam Khan was at the forefront in this battle. Akbar grew older bit by bit. He took full control of the kingdom. Expansion of empire under Akbar's rule. Akbar was a sharp general and a great conqueror. He succeeded in building a huge empire which extended from Bengal in the east to Sindh, Pakistan in the west, from Kabul, Afghanistan in the northwest and Kashmir in the north, up to river Godavari in the south. Akbar was successful in expanding his empire as he was able to earn the loyalty and trust of people. He fought the Rajputs in North India. The Rajput chief who accepted his superiority were treated with respect. He given posts in army and made them members of his court. Raja Todar Mal, Raja Man Singh and Birbal were important ministers in his court. Akbar married Princess Rajput princess. When he married Hindu princess, his father and brothers-in-law became members of his court and were raised to same rank as their Muslim counterparts. Jodha Bai was his most famous queen. Akbar defeated the rulers of Malwa, Chittur, Ranatumba, Gujarat, Bihar and Bengal. He treated all these rulers very well. However, the ruler of Mewar, Rana Pratap Singh, refused to accept Akbar as emperor and submit to his authority. in the famous battle of Haldi Ghati. Akbar's army, led by Raja Man Singh, fought with Rana Pratap's army. The Rana was defeated. Did you know? Chetak is one of the most famous horses in history. Akbar as a ruler. Akbar was a fair, just, and able ruler. He was kind and treated his subject well. He had set up an efficient administrative system. He had divided his empire into subas. Each suba had governor who was in charge of the administration. The subas were further divided into paraganas. A paragana was a group of villages. Akbar often disguised himself and mixed up with the people. He was used to do this just to find out what problems his people were facing and if they were really happy. Birbal was known for his sharp wit, was one of the ministers who accompanied Akbar on these trips. Although Akbar could not read or write, he liked to listen to learn people. He had the 9 gems, Navratans, in his court. They were all intelligent people who advised Akbar in all important matters. They were poets and musicians too. Tansen, legendary musician. Abul Fazl, chief advisor and historian. Raja Todar Mal, finance minister. Akbar's religious policy. Akbar was curious about different religions. He treated people of all religions, faith, all classes of society with respect. He used to meet people of different faiths in Ibadat Khana, house of worship. This was especially made for this purpose. Here he met scholars belonging to different religions, the Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, Christians, and Muslims for religious discussion. He started a new religion called Deen-e-Ilahi that combines the best of all religions. He introduced it in 1582 and promoted it as the religion of God. However, this concept was not accepted by most of people. Ornate architecture. The architecture under his reign reflected his style of ruling. Elegant, strong, rich, and graceful. The architecture was secular as it combined both Muslim and Hindu styles. At Fatehpur Sikri, a walled city that Akbar had designed in the Persian style, he built the Ibadat Khana, the Diwan-e-Khas, where he met his ministers. Diwan-e-Aam, where he met common people. The Buland Darwaza, the strength of Mughal Empire under him. The Agra Fort continues to symbolize the greatness of Akbar's empire. Akbar ruled successfully for many years. He died in 1605 and was succeeded by his son Jahangir. Shah Jahan. Prince Khurram, also known as Shah Jahan, was born on 5th January 1592. to Jahangir and Bibi Balkis Maghani. He was Akbar's favorite grandchild and spent the early part of his life with his queen Ruqayya Sultana Begum. Shah Jahan's love for art started earlier, as Akbar left no stone unturned in his education. Akbar himself had no formal education. Shah Jahan was trained in martial arts and exposed to music and poetry early in life. He became the ruler in 1627 AD after Jahangir died. Expansion of empire under Shah Jahan's rule. Like the earlier Mughal ruler, Shah Jahan also wanted to expand his empire. During his reign, he annexed the Rajput hordes of Mewar. He added the Daulatabad fortress, Maharashtra, to his empire. He tried to conquer Kandahar but failed. As most of North India was already part of Mughal Empire, he focused his attention on the South India. He captured Ahmednagar in the Deccan and forced the kingdom of Bijapur and Golconda to accept his authority. Shah Jahan as a ruler. Shah Jahan's reign is called the Golden Age of Mughal Empire. Shah Jahan was an efficient ruler. The Mughal Empire functioned under his rule and the people were happy. There was respect for law and order, and the citizens enjoyed peace and security. The Portuguese had already set up trading posts in India during Jahangir's time. The French, Dutch, and British also entered India to trade in cotton and spices. But unlike Akbar and Jahangir, who were liberal towards other religions, Shah Jahan was less tolerant. This was a little surprising as his mother and grandmother were Rajput princes. Art and architecture during Shah Jahan's reign. Shah Jahan was passionate about architecture and is remembered most for monuments and gardens he got built. Some of the famous buildings he built were the Red Fort, Jama Masjid in Delhi, Moti Masjid at Agra, Diwan-e-Khas where he met the nobles, Diwan-e-Aam where he met the common people, Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is one of the seven wonders of the world. It took more than 20,000 workers and around 20 years to build this. It is made of white marble and decorated with semi-precious stones. He had built this in loving memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. A major river, Yamuna, flows behind the Taj Mahal. The minars of the Taj Mahal are tilted away from the structure so that if they fall, they will fall away from the buildings. Shah Jahan was fond of precious stones and he got the peacock throne built for himself. It was later taken to Persia by Nadir Shah. Many paintings and portraits using gold and precious stones were created by artists. There were ample work for artists during his reign. He also gave a lot of supports to poets, thinkers, scholars, and artists. Shah Jahan fell ill and was later imprisoned by his son Aurangzeb at Agra Fort. He was looked after by his daughter Jahan Ara in his last days. He died in 1666. Points to remember from this lesson. Akbar became the ruler in 1556 AD after his father's Humayun died. He was only 13 years old. Bayram Khan became Akbar's regent and guided and guaranteed him in interior years of his reign. Akbar was a sharp general and a great conqueror. He could build a huge empire as he was able to earn the loyalty and trust of people. He was a fair, just, able, and kind ruler and an efficient administrator. Although Akbar could not read or write, he liked to listen to learned people. The Navratnas of his court are very famous. He had great respect for all religions. He started a new religion, Deen-e-Ilahi, which combined the best of all religions. But this concept did not become popular. He built a new city, Fatehpur Sikri, near Agra. He died in 1605 AD and was succeeded by his son Jahangir. Prince Khurram Shah Jahan was Akbar's favorite grandchild. He was brought up by Akbar and his queen Ruqayya Sultana Begum in the earlier part of his life. He became the ruler in 1627 AD after his father's Jahangir died. His reign is called the Golden Age of Mughal Empire. The Portuguese, French, Dutch, and British had set up trading posts during his reign. Shah Jahan is remembered most for the monuments and gardens he got built. The Taj Mahal, one of the seven wonders of the world, is his most famous building. Shah Jahan was imprisoned by his son Aurangzeb in the later years of his life, and he died a prisoner in the Agra fort. Thank you everyone for watching.